ProckGnosis, ProckGnosis, ProckGnosis.
Hey, welcome to the very first episode, recording whatever you want to call it, of the ProckGnosis YouTube channel thing. First, a little bit about me. I am a guy living in Europe, Germany to be specific. I work here as a hobby. Music is a large part of my life. Predominantly, I'm a big progressive rock fan, more of the classic variety, yes, ELP, Genesis, 70s era, although plenty of new stuff I like as well. Spock's Beard, some Flower Kings, and whatever else. A lot of good stuff coming out right now, actually. And what I wanted to do with this, you're asking, well, why? Why another stupid channel out there on YouTube? I have spent a lot of time researching things on the internet, whether it's Google, it's YouTube, whether it's information about software, how it works, reviews, whether I want to buy it, how to better use the stuff I've actually bought. And what I wanted to do was put something back out there. I've really gotten a lot out of YouTube. I mean, it's awesome. It's a resource that just, for hardware, for software, to better understand how things work, musical theory, all sorts of things. Lessons on how to play the opening of Locomotive Breath by Jethro Tull. I do play instruments. I play most of them fairly badly. I can say I'm a decent singer. That's how I started playing in bands. And then I wanted to write songs and got into home recording. I had standalone 4-track cassette recorders. I slowly moved into a Korg D16. I then moved into Sonar, one of the older versions. And now I'm predominantly working with Propellerhead Reason, now that they have that awesome multi-track recording capability that wasn't there the first 5 iterations of Reason. I also work with Sonar X3, X2 a little bit. I have not gotten my arms entirely around that since I upgraded from the older versions. It's taken a little bit of time that I haven't invested like I should have. So maybe what we'll be discussing is me exploring that and learning how it works a little bit more. There are some awesome resources out there. You don't have to watch this, that's for sure. Another thing I want to talk about is things that make noise. Synthesizers. I'm a big synthesizer nut. I love synthesizers. I love the sounds of wow and filters sweeping big saw waves and variable pulse waves. They're awesome. Love it. So we'll be talking about that. I do use software synthesizers to a degree. I'm a big fan, again, of Propellerhead Reason, Thor and Reason. Awesome. But I also use a lot of hardware stuff. And I like analog synths. I don't have a problem with virtual analog as well. Probably tend to favor analog, but so it goes. So we'll be talking about gear, synthesizers, recording software, recording gear, recording techniques, effects, things like that. What you can expect probably in the next few episodes, or sessions, or whatever you want to call it. I want to review the Farrowfish B4000 Plus. This thing is a clone wheel emulator and it rocks. Made here in Germany, and I've had a lot of fun with that in the last few months. Also, I want to review another very recent purchase, a Murmux synthesizer, analog, manufactured in Greece. Yeah, not a place you would associate with analog synths. We'll get into that. Another thing I want to do occasionally is produce a song, or at least publish it, put it on here, that's been recorded entirely with one keyboard. Okay, maybe with some drums from Reason or something like that, but just one synth producing the whole song, seeing how that goes. And lastly, I will occasionally also talk about beer, because I frequently enjoy a beer while I'm doing music stuff. In fact, right now, I'm enjoying a Steinbrecher, which is a beer from kind of the central part of Germany, Bischof. a Brauerei, that's German for brewery, in the central part. They kind of, not that big, but the beer is awesome. It's kind of a smoky alt beer. So I'll be talking about that occasionally as well. Ich kann Deutsch nicht fließend, aber gut genug. Ich kann ook een beetje Nederlands spreken. Milau ligo Helenica. Et je parle seulement un petit peu français. Seulement un petit peu. And that's about it for languages. German, Dutch, Greek, and French to very varying degrees. My German's pretty good. Dutch is mediocre, Greek is very minimal, and so is the French. But the coolest thing about the progressive rock community out there is it is a worldwide thing from all corners of the planet. I love it. I love running across forums where people are giving their opinion, bellyaching, bitching, whatever. It's the coolest thing about being involved in music and being a prog rock fan on the internet. You find a lot of like-minded people. So anyway, sit back, relax, enjoy this, and the next episode, maybe I'll be talking about some gear, like I mentioned, or maybe we'll even talk about some more recent progressive rock that I have been enjoying immensely. Okay? Welcome. Catch you later. Cheers.